Hello and welcome to today's practice. This practice is going to be a yoga warm-up, or think of it like a warm-up when you want to do a different type of activity, or maybe you want to do your own yoga flow. It could be a wake-up type of practice, a midday type of practice, because it's going to be about 20 minutes, okay? And I do recommend 2 blocks, 2 big books, whatever you have is perfect. And we'll end with oils at the end if you would like. The oil I'm using today is the Balance Blend from doTERRA. Remember, any oil or no oil is always perfectly okay. All right, so we're actually going to get started in child's pose. And since, like for me, it's the first child pose I've done today, I'm going to use some blocks. And I'm going to go big toes together, knees wide apart, and I just start to come down, and I'm really gently coming into this. So focusing on the breath, breathing in and out. Inhaling through the nose, exhaling through the mouth. And as you exhale, you may find that you can release a block or a book, just honoring that lower back. The hips are getting stretched here too, so say hello. And extending those arms out overhead. Release the jaw space in between the teeth. Check in with how you're feeling energetically, emotionally, and physically. We're just going to take a couple more breaths here in our child's pose. You can engage Ujjayi Pranayama or just breathe naturally, whatever is feeling best to you today. And then we're going to walk our hands over to the right corner of the mat, and you're keeping your left hip down, feeling a stretch in the side here. Gently walking your hands to center and then over to that left side. Hip to fingertip, feeling a nice side stretch. And coming back to child's pose, taking an active child's pose, so up on the fingertips, the spider fingertips, and really pressing your hips back. And my face is off the ground here. Now you can stay right here, or if you'd like to go a little bit deeper and come into puppy pose, we keep the hips and the knees stacked, and we're bringing the chest down towards the earth. Now I like to put my chin on the mat. You can also have your head on a block here. So you're either in active child's pose or puppy pose. And then take your time to come onto your belly. Your arms are going to come out like big goalposts, and you're up on your spider fingertips. Your feet, I'm going to have you take them mat width. Press the tops of your feet into your mat. Squeeze your thighs so your knees lift. Pull your belly up. Relax your glutes. You're looking down at your mat. Breathe in and just lift up a little bit. Baby cobra. Exhale down. Now we're just going to flow. Inhale, lift up as high as you feel comfortable. Exhale, lower down. Inhale, lift. Exhale and lower. 3 more. Breathing in and out. And you just go where your back says that feels okay. Keeping your glutes loose, but you're pressing the tops of the feet, squeezing the thighs. And I believe we have 1 more. And then we're going to come all the way down. down, we're going to take our hands underneath our armpits. Bring those feet so the toes touch or as close as they can. And then squeeze your belly, push your knees down, and lift up into knee plank. Curl the toes, lift up into tall plank. Drop the knees. Lift it up. Keep breathing. Drop the knees. Wrists and shoulders are stacked. Spread the fingertips. Suction cup. Lift up. Drop it down. Lift up. This time drop down, push back to child's pose. The knees can stay together or hips apart. Come to tabletop. Inhale, drop the belly. Looking up. Tuck the tail, exhale, drop the crown of the head. Walk the hands forward. Breathe in, knee plank. Stay here or curl the toes and lift to high plank. We'll stay for 4, for 3, for 2, and then push back, downward dog. Bend those knees a whole bunch and shorten your dog. So step your feet a little closer to your hands. And we're trying to really get the hips up high to the sky, upside down triangle. And you're just moving here in ways that feel good. And breathing. Coming in and out of dog as you want. So returning to table, taking a breath, and then coming back up. And then inhale up onto your tippy toes. Lift those hips high. Push your chest towards your thighs. Bend the knees. And then stay, or maybe you melt the heels a little. Doesn't have to be a lot because we're keeping the knees bent. Breathe. Really suction cup those hands. Remember, it's like you're trying to twist jam jars with your arms, so your triceps fire up here. And then we're going to walk our hands back to our feet. Look at your feet. They're parallel on a railroad track. Then knees are super bent, and then you just fall over and ragdoll. Breathing in and out. And you can move side to side, movement in any way that feels good here. And then we're going to take our hands to our thighs or our shin. Inhale, lift to a flat back. You want to engage your legs so you feel like you're trying to rip your mat apart. Pull your navel in like I'm trying to, like there's a sharp object right underneath your belly. Take your shoulder blades into your back pockets. Lengthen your head. You're looking down at your mat. On your next exhale, bend the knees and release. Any movement here that you would like. And then we're going to inhale, bring the hands to thighs or shin, flat back, engage the legs, shoulder blades into the back pockets. Nice long neck, so look down, nudge your chin maybe slightly. Pull the navel up. Exhale, bend the knees and melt. And we're going to walk our hands back to downward facing dog. And elongate your dog this time. So it's a little short, so we're just going to take it, kind of get this into your normal dog length. And as we inhale, we're coming forward to plank. Knee plank if you would like. Holding for 4, for 3, for 2. Now everybody's going to come to the knees. You're going to shift forward a little bit. Pull the navel in and the ribs kiss the sides as we lower down. Super, 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 super slow. Shoulder blades into the back pockets. Elongate the legs. Their feet width apart. Press the tops of the feet. Squeeze the thighs. Release the glutes. Inhale, lift up to baby cobra. Exhale, lower down. Maybe slide the thumbs back more towards your floating ribs, but we keep those elbows in as we inhale maybe to cobra and exhale, lower down. 2 more. Pick your level. Inhale and exhale. Listen to your back. Inhale. Elbows in. Exhale. Push it back. Child's pose and breathe for 4, For 3, for 2. And on this last breath, we're coming back to tabletop. Set it up. On your breath in, drop the belly and look up. Tuck the tail, exhale, and round. Come to tabletop, tuck the toes. Come to downward dog. Breathe and hold for 4. For 3. Hips high, heart to thighs, jam jars. Inhale, coming forward to plank. Drop to the knees. Shift forward. Exhale, lower slowly, slowly, slowly. Pinch those shoulder blades together. Crack open your neck for your squirrel friend. And then inhale, lift up to your back bend, and we're going to hold for 4. Release your glutes for 3. For 2. Relax all the way down. Push back. Child's pose, and we'll do that flow one more time. Holding here for just 3 more breaths. And finding your tabletop posture. Spread the fingertips. Clip those wings. Inhale, drop the belly. Tuck the tail. Exhale and round. Inhale, this neutral curl your toes, and exhale, downward dog, jam jars. Feet, they're parallel, toes are forward. Breathe and hold. Inhale, forward to your plank. Knees can lower if you would like. Nice long line. Drop to the knees. Inhale, shift forward. Exhale, shoulder blades together. Lower down, slow, 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 slow. Inhale to your back bend. Exhale, lower down. Push to your tabletop, or you can curl and push to knee plank or plank. Exhale, downward dog, and we're going to hold for 4. For 3. For 2. And 1. Now we're going to be walking our feet up towards our hands. You're going to start with bringing your feet together. And then you're going to cross your right foot over your left foot and step. So I call these like a crosswalk up. So the further that you cross, so the wider you cross, or the narrower you cross, the different it's going to feel. And you have to pick what works best for you, but slow down. Tiny steps. If you're at the top of your mat already, you need to slow it down, okay? I'm just about halfway up. Then I have to come up to my spiders or your blocks. Okay. Still have a ways to go. Take your time. We're getting into our IT bands here. So it may not be fun. And then when you come up towards the top of the mat, feet come wide, hip width I should say, and then rag down. And your blocks, find your blocks and bring them towards the top of your mat. And there's lots of different levels you can have for your blocks, okay? Test that out. We're going to inhale, bring our hands to our thighs or our shins, engage those legs, nice flat back to begin. Bend the knees, bring your hands to your blocks, and we're going to step our left foot back. It's low lunge, but keep the back knee lifted, so very active. Your top knee and ankle are aligned. You're pressing some of your weight into that back heel, feeling that hip open. Now, if you bring your blocks up, you're going to be able to lift yourself up, so when you step forward, you're going to have some more space, and that might feel really nice. Bend the knees, and then we're just going to switch. So this time, the right foot comes back into that low runner's lunge, pressing into that back heel, knee ankle aligned, and breathe into that hip. Okay, if you want to take those blocks up, give yourself some room to step forward. Fold, knees bent. This time we're going to step back to dog, and I'm going to have my hands on blocks, but it has to be like down like this, okay? If they're up, it's going to be unstable. So you could have 2 blocks on each side to bring it up, but we want to be careful as we're using the blocks so they're working for us and not against us, okay? So we're in down dog. You're going to bring your feet, your toes to touch. Inhale, lift your right leg up. Heel to glute, knee to chest, come forward to plank and hold. For 4, for 3, for 2, push it back, breathe. You can do this, feet together, inhale, left leg up. Heel to glute, knee to chest, coming forward into plank, hold and breathe for 4, for 3, for 2, and push it back. So now we're going to work on step throughs. This is the last part of our warm-up. So inhale, lift the right leg up, heel to glute. As you bring the knee into the chest, you shift yourself forward to step that foot. You can always use a hand to bring it forward. Then kind of rock yourself forward so you can push yourself back to your dog. Left leg, inhale, lift. Heel to glute. As the knee comes to the chest, you shift forward, plant. See, the blocks give you some extra space there, which feels nice. Shift forward to push back. 1 more each side. Inhale, right. Heel to glute, knee to chest, big step. Shift forward, push back. Left, inhale, lift. Heel to glute, knee to chest, stand step. Shift forward, push it back. Lift up onto your tippy toes. Drop, wide leg, wide knee, I should say, child's pose, and breathe. And come up. We're going to come back to dog on our blocks, or you can always go with no blocks, whatever you prefer, okay? And then bring your big toes together. Inhale, lift the knees up. As we drop down, the knees are going wide again. We're keeping the hands on the blocks as we push back, just to see what that feels like. Now I'm going to come forward. I'm going to slide my blocks back so my elbows can go on my blocks and push back again. I got my thumbs up, 7 up. Come inhale forward. I'm going to bring my hands to prayer. And as I exhale, I'm coming up onto my elbows, and maybe your hands go behind your head. So the higher the block is here, the more stretch you're going to get into the triceps, some shoulder action. Breathe in and out. And then you're going to lengthen those arms, coming forward. So now I'm going to take my blocks off. I'm going to lift up into my dog, remembering all my cues, my jam jars, hips, chest, thighs, feet. Bring the feet together, and you're going to tippy toe walk. So slow, 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 tippy toes. Pull, pull, pull those abs in. Lift up onto those blocks now at the top, or your spiders, coming all the way up. And then bring your feet to hip width. Relax your head down and roll all the way up, pushing down to roll up. Inhale, lift your arms up over top the head. Exhale, hands to heart center. And breathe. You know, I said I was going to do oils, but I'm not going to today. So if you want to, you can. But that is your warm-up flow, and I hope you're feeling awesome. So you could always do another practice, go for a walk, go for your day, but hopefully you have felt a lot of stuff shift and you're ready to rock. See you next time.